me and this goat. What we're doing is making a couple of different cutting boards. One my wife knows about that she said I want it to look like this, and the other one she does not know about, and I'm going to make it look like that. Is some hard maple, some walnut, and some cherry. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Those three together are just great. So we're going to be doing a little bit of cutting over on the miter saw. Come back over here on the table saw and do a little gluing up, kind of like that. I don't know what's going on with the camera. I don't know. It's like it's too bright or something. I don't know what's going on. So that's what we're going to do. Me and this goat. On the next Me and This Goat show.
Stay safe, stay alive.
We're of course going to do a little trimming. Trim some of that off.
Make it all look pretty.
All right, so got our wood, got some maple, walnut, of course my cherry over here. What I'm going to do is, this is going to be about probably 10 by 13 size cutting board, and It's right at an inch thick. So good size, decent cutting board. Nothing fancy, nothing big, just nice, and all these different wood variations going through it and all that. And so I'm going to trim up my walnut. I want to trim up a couple pieces of maple to about, let's see, my walnut's going to be about 6 inches. And then between the strips of walnut and cherry, that's going to equal out to be about an inch. So that's 7. So each of my maple is going to be about 1.5 inches, give or take. Just going to put everything together, go from there. And we're back. Alright, so I've got everything all essentially milled up. I don't know if you can see it because it's in the sun, but it's what it's going to kind of look like here. Walnut, some walnut on the outsides, maple, walnut, cherry, and this one is going to be kind of special, so we're going to do a little owl. Put a little owl right there. Carve that into the walnut. It's gonna look real super good. Excited. And we'll see the other one here when I get it put together. Good morning. It's actually come up about almost a degree since I've been out here. And it's not 6:36, it's 5:36. An unhappy face because it's so low. So looking at the cutting board, all right? You probably can't see it. See if I can get to where you can see it, where it's not exactly level or planed. But that's okay. That'll all get sanded and planed and all that other good stuff and leveled out. No big deal. So you want to do this first. Kind of get a good idea. Might need to be like a little bit of some sanding right in this area. See, like there's a little gap right there, right? Nothing too bad on this one except for right in here. Alright, so just take off some of the high points here maybe. Right, on this piece. Everything else seems to look pretty good. This other one that I'm doing, cherry, hickory. I just love this right here. This is so cool. Now, this piece of cherry. But right here, there's, you know, a little bit of some issues, not issues, gaps. Same. There's several over here. No big deal. It's just got to get taken care of. I don't know if you can see it well or not. It's a little hand sanding and then some glue, and it'll all look good. Stay safe. Stay alive. Honey, I'm home. Honey. I'm home. I'm not very good with the Jack Nicholson impersonation, but my hair is. Alright, so stay safe, stay alive. Jack Nicholson hair. Don't care. Alright, so here's what we're doing. We're going to do a little glue up, right? And we'll make this happen. I'm going to do this. Oh, bear with me while I do this. If I can do this without turning anything off or messing anything up, that would be awesome. May not be able to show the entire thing because it's a lot. I don't know if you can see that or not. Zoom in, but it's called free advertising. I should have already had this glue over here. That's alright, no big deal. You got sawdust everywhere. Alright. On a cutting board, it's very, very vital to ensure that you have a good amount of glue. Because if you do not, it is not good. It can mess you up. Well, I'll tell you what. You know what I should have done? Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I didn't. Because I kind of didn't think ahead of time. No big deal. And what I can do is do this right here. Ready? Okay. That. I don't know if you can see me having to maneuver things around or not. No big deal. Oop. Come on, James. Be smarter than the wood, James. Oh, come on. The glue up is always the funnest because you're kind of having to race against the clock a little bit. And while you're doing that, you're also having to potentially maneuver around. And the reason is because, I don't know, just we do, I guess. So I just usually take my God-given glue spreader. Alright. Spread all my glue out. I'm only going to show you this one. I'm going to actually do the other one as well. The other cutting board that I'm making also. But I'll show you on. I'm not going to force you to watch because that's a little bit too much. Why do I have painter's tape down here? Well, very good reason, you say, or you ask. Good reason. So what had happened was, you goofy guy, you come on. You always want a call. Well, you're not putting pressure on your piece that you're working on, right? So the reason I don't Oh, the reason why you got glue all over it, okay, is obviously you don't want this thing to separate, not even given a chance that it's going to separate, right? Because, you know, in the end, that would suck. And especially if you're buying a nice, well-made cutting board, like that you would get from Charlie Mike Woodworks and Design. My friends over there at Charlie Mike. Alright. So on here you actually do want squeeze out on this. Now other things, remember, like when we're doing the flag, we don't want a whole bunch of squeeze out because that's just more we have to clean up. But on a cutting board, you want to squeeze out. Why? Well, you just said so. You just said why. That means you're getting it literally on every possible millimeter, inch, whatever it is that you're in, whatever world you're in. So there's a reason for everything. Sometimes I don't even know why. It makes sense, and then I research it, and whoa, come to find out, I was doing it right, or many times I've been doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. So that happens. But anyway, I use for cutting boards and anything that's going outside or has the potential of having a lot of humidity around it, I use Titebond 3. And the reason I do is because it gives me a little extra time to get some stuff moving. I think that what they call the prep time or stay time, or I don't know, whatever time, right? It takes me a little bit of time to get some stuff moving. Sometimes that's how that works. Anyway, so there you go. I'll clamp it all together and I'll show you here in just a minute.